first thing, make sure that your roll is, or your HTV is proper. So you can see mine, it's super shiny on this side and less shiny on this side. So I know that shiny side goes down. If you're not sure, you can always just peel a little bit, and you want that clear side down because that's the carrier sheet. Alright, once it's on your board, I like to use some tape just to hold down that top edge. Make sure you don't overlap too much because then your machine will be cutting the tape and not your vinyl. Usually you want to just put your entire sheet on there if it fits, but since I'm using a roll, I cut it down to what I needed, but I added an extra inch because it's not always exact. Right, when using an HTV, you always want to make sure you mirror. If it doesn't pop up, that little button right there, you do mirror for iron on, and then it mirrors the image. Alright, now it's brought this up. I have mine set on custom. That was what was recommended to me, so you don't accidentally cut with the wrong setting. So that it prompts you to select your material every time that you go. Mine is everyday iron on. And see, it'll give you a little alert to make sure mirror is turned on and the iron on is shiny side down. And then you make sure your blade and everything is in, and then you can press go. Alright, my cut is complete. Now you're just gonna weed it like a normal. Just remove all of the black that you don't need, or whatever color you're using. Alright, now that your image is weeded, you're gonna want to set up your ironing area. Oh, my heat press is ready. It is recommended to use a hard surface and a towel versus an ironing board. So what I have is a carpet square from Dollar Tree, just so I don't burn the floor, and a towel. Yes, it's on the floor because that's the best place for me. And then you're going to want to preheat your fabric or whatever you're going to be using. Just heat it up a little bit, and I recommend running a lint brush over it, especially if you have pets, so that you're not adhering a bunch of vinyl or a bunch of hair to your project. Your project is preheated, you're going to want to center your design. Make sure you center it based off of the edges of your actual design and not the edges of your carrier sheet, otherwise it might be off center. For shirts, you're going to want to measure about 3 inches down from the neckline. Since this is a bag, I'm actually going to measure based off the bottom because the top gets cinched up, so I want it to be closer to the bottom. Now you're going to want to heat your design however is recommended on the instructions for your vinyl. Alright, now that you've heated your design however you've been recommended, the way to make sure that it's good is this carrier sheet's going to come up really easily, and you're going to start to see the pattern of the fabric through the vinyl. If it doesn't come off super easily, you might want to heat it a little bit more, so I'm going to heat a little bit more. Some other HTV tips is, once you've got it enough that the sheet is coming off pretty easily, flip it over and just hit the back a little bit. I don't know how that helps, but it's been recommended a lot. Also make sure you read your instructions. If it says warm peel, that means you can peel it off as soon as it looks good. If it says cold peeling, means you need to let the pattern cool down before you peel it off. Most HTV, I believe, is warm peel, but you want to make sure you read your instructions. Another tip is to make sure you're applying some pressure while you're ironing or using an easy press. I believe a heat press you don't need to because it has the pressure built in. Not a whole lot. What I tend to do is just kind of have my arm over it and just kind of lean into it. Just enough. I think that helps it adhere to your fabric. And there you go, that's how to use HTV. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck!